What's up, guys, and welcome back to another 10 cards under $20 video. And today we're going to feature 10 cards that I personally think are excellent buys, excellent purchases to fill out your collection that are all under $20 on the open market. And today we're going to start off with a personal fan favorite, a Sign on Ahara banger, and that is Shift Tree illustration rare from Temporal Forces. Guys, when it comes to Temporal Forces, there's not a lot of bangers out of there, right? There are some awesome cards, but not a lot of absolute slap you in the face type of bangers. Shift Tree is one of them. This artwork, Sign on Ahara is one of my favorite artists. Not a lot of people give Sign on Ahara a lot of credit compared to like Shinji Kanda or Akira Agawa or So-So or Arita, right? But almost every card that Sign on Ahara has done, the Flareon from Prismatic Evolutions in its Master Ball form, the Hisuian Zoroark, I think V-Star from Crown Zenith, they're all bangers. And Shift Tree is just another banger added to that list. So this is a beautiful card. It is an illustration rare from Temporal Forces. It's only about a $6.31 market price. And if we scroll down, obviously, if you want it in Japanese, you can go to Japanese and pick one up. If you want it in Korean, you can pick one up and get it for a little bit cheaper. But English is still so affordable, guys. Look at this. Only about $6 to $7 a copy. Illustration rare market is wild. It goes up and down. It rides these waves, right? Shift Tree is one of those cards that rode that wave at one point. And it is now back down and holding steady around that $6 range. This is now the time to pick a copy up if you missed out on it. I think Shift Tree is an awesome Pokemon. One of my favorite Gen 3 Pokemon. Shift Tree and Ludicolo are some of my favorite grass-type Pokemon of all time. This is a card I own in my collection. And I will, till the day I leave this hobby, recommend this card to anybody looking to collect. Because it is stunning. The artwork is great. Another card that I personally like, I know this card really, just like the Frigibacks in the picture, it rode the wave quite a bit. Because if you look at this, it had a massive buyout that spiked it to 30, and it has crept down. But it is now holding steady at an $8.78 market price, guys. Under $10. Honestly, I would say the whole lineup, the Frigibacks, the Arctibacks, and the Baxcalibur from Paldea Evolved are worth picking up. They're all done by Tomokazu Kamiya. They all give this strange but wonderful vibe. I call it a stoner vibe because if you look at this card, right, like the colors that are used, the freaking happy-go-lucky Frigibacks just floating in the air, it gives me stoner vibes, right? It's just a chill, fun card, beautiful artwork, excellent illustration, and it is now super affordable, under $10 a copy. Absolutely worth picking up. Another card that I actually really like. This is done by, I might pronounce this wrong, but it's a Corviart or Corvart. I'm not 100% sure how they pronounce their name. They are a new illustrator that ended up winning in the illustration contest from last year. And their Alligator made it. And I actually really like this Alligator card. Because not only do you get the Alligator and the beautiful artwork with the great use of colors, but you got the Magikarp in the background, which gives you the vibe that Alligator is deep underwater. I just really like this artwork. I think it's one of the more underappreciated illustration contest promos that we've seen, because we've seen quite a few, and a lot of them are like super hyped up. A lot of people want them, and I don't see a lot of people talking about this Alligator and how awesome it is, but I think this Alligator looks great. It's only a $2.58 market price, guys. It's very affordable. You can get copies for about $2.50, $3 a copy. If you don't own this for Alligator, I'd say now is the time to just go ahead and grab one. Because even if you don't want multiple, having one of these for Alligators is nice. Going into the Japanese realm, Terrestrial Festival EX has a lot of amazing special art rares that are super affordable compared to their Japanese counterparts. And Palifan EX is one of them. In the English, Palifan EX is insanely, stupidly overpriced. But as you can see here, a $15.78 market price with a bunch of copies under $15 and so a lot of copies under $16. Really good steal. Because the English counterpart is so expensive. And honestly, Tetsuo Hara, who did the artwork on this card, absolutely killed it. Let me see if I open up the image in a new tab. Yeah, we can look at it a little bit better, right? Such a stunning artwork, guys. It's one of the best cards. I have it somewhere on my desk. I'm not going to dig around and knock stuff over to look for it, but I have it in PSA 10, and it is just an absolute banger of a card. Guys, if you don't have this card, pick it up. It is one of the better artworks, if not the best artwork to come out of Terrestrial, out of everything that we've seen. When it comes to other cards that I would recommend, going to Heatwave Arena, you got the Rotom. I think this Rotom is pretty cool. I have made the comment before that I don't like that they tend to give Rotom the same vibe no matter what, but I get it. It is Rotom's aesthetic to be around electronics and that sort of thing. But if you want a nice, beautiful illustration rare or a nice, beautiful Rotom card to start filling out your Pokédex binder, $2.24 a copy. Guys, you can go buy copies for $2 to $3. Go ahead and snag one. It's pretty cheap. Another card that's actually pretty affordable, but it features a character I actually really enjoy. I loved her back in Gen 2 in the games. I thought she had an awesome team. She is the reason that I kind of really started to like Steelix as a Pokemon. That is Jasmine's Gaze full art from Surging Sparks. You can find copies for under $3 pretty consistently. Really, really awesome full art card. It features a well-known character from Gen 2. Honestly, when it comes to the full art trainers, I think they're definitely overlooked, especially considering that we now get special illustration rare trainers, which tend to be more vibrant and more artistic. But I think a lot of full art trainers are still worth adding into a full art trainer binder or into an ultra rare binder or a master set or any other kind of collection that you're trying to do. Going into Crown Zenith has a lot of awesome cards in there, such as this Dianci. I am not too familiar with Haruko Ichikawa, but something about this Dianci just screams fancy, right? Dianci screams fancy. I like that slogan. But it is such a good card, and it's so cheap to pick up. Guys, under $2 plus shipping, but obviously you go and buy other cards and you get free shipping. $2 a copy. Add this to your collection, guys. It's such a cute card. It's a beautiful card. I know not everybody is a Dianci fan, but if you're a Dianci fan or a Pokemon fan, you just want some pretty cards. Worth adding. Another beautiful mythical Pokemon is the Jirachi full art from Astral Radiance. This one's a little bit more expensive, but guys, if you have not seen this card in your hand, the background and the texturing make it really pop. I'm not a big fan of like these InDesign, OKCG works, 5-band graphics, like random 3D generated artworks, but sometimes the full arts kind of pop. The background colors that they use really help the Pokemon stand out. And the background colors on this Jirachi, if you look at the closer image, definitely make it stand out way more than most Pokemon do on a full art card. And this is one of my favorite regular full arts from the Sword and Shield era. Market price shows about $8 a copy. Obviously got a lot of low feedback sellers, but you can easily get about a $9 copy from a high feedback seller. But guys, you're protected when it comes to TCG Player. So you can easily go for one of these lower feedback sellers, and if any issues arise, TCG Player has you protected. But really cool card, really fun ultra rare to add into your collection. Now, I'm going a little bit on the lower end because I like to feature some cards that I think are kind of cool, but they're on the like super affordable end. Last week, I featured a freaking common card. This time, I'm going to feature an ultra rare or a double rare from Celebrations. It is the Surfing Pikachu card. I know this is your OKCG Works variant of a classic card that a lot of us love, a lot of us have nostalgia for. But considering that market price is about $2 a copy and you can easily find $1.50 per copy, it might be a fun card to add to your collection. And even if it's not for you, this might be a fun card if you got a youngster in the house who wants to collect, or if you're a youngster yourself that wants to collect. Might be worth picking up. Beautiful card. One of my favorites from Celebrations. It gives me a nostalgia every time I look at it. I know, once again, I admit that I'm not a fan of the CG works and the InDesign and the 5-band artworks, but sometimes they're nice, fun, cheaper cards to fill out a binder. Now, I'm going to feature one last card, and this one's a little bit different, and I think I want to actually zoom in if I can get a larger image of it to show you guys why I like it. This is Nagimiso and the Absel. That is from Team Up. Guys, Team Up has a lot of beautiful cards. Most of the cards that I would love to feature from Team Up, I can't because it says under $20, right? But if you go back to Team Up and you look at some of the cards that are featured in that set, there are a lot of underappreciated, undervalued cards. And if you look into the holo rare rarity, especially, you have a lot of great cards in there. Once again, only about $2 for the holo, only about $1.15 for the reverse. You scroll down, you're easily finding light played and moderately played under $1.50. That is what I'm talking about, guys. This is one of those instances where it's not going to be a high rarity card. It's not an ultra rare. It's not a textured like card. It's not one of those big chases. But the artwork is so good on this card that when it comes to this card, it's just kind of worth adding into your collection, right? If you're not sitting there trying to break a bank, but you want a card that just looks nice, something that when you open up your binder or when you look in your display case or whatever you use to portray your Pokemon, you're pulling out a card that's absolutely stunning. This is one of them. The moon in the background, Absel with the action shot, the nice glow on the paw to show that the moonlight's hitting Absel from this side. It helps this artwork pop so well. And I think this is an absolutely underappreciated card from Team Up. But with that being said, there goes 10 more cards, all under $20 that I would add to my collection today if I didn't have them already. These are all cards that I personally love, cards I personally have collected over the years. So, guys, I will leave pinned comment down below with all of the links to all of these amazing cards if you want to pick one up. Guys, fill out your collection with cheap stuff, man. Let's fill out those binders. Let's make those Pokédex binders, and let's add some of these beauties to your collection. But as always, guys, remember in the comments down below, you can leave some of your cards that you would like to see featured in a future video. And as always, guys, remember to keep it classy and stay awesome.